So yeah, I was having a repressive moment, thinking back on Block TV, and I was thinking about Jim Morrison. So ironically, but I started reading a poem by some guy that said, the Doors were better, Jim Morrison, than the Hendrix or something. I didn't get to read it, but I started remembering thoughts from my life, and I don't want to say Luke, but Luke Lucas, whatever, a Jersey City dude, right, from his life, and the same joke that we had, he had a different that, time travel and like it started with people in the '60s or something like that probably couldn't, just fake a performance like a lip syncing and recording. And like you would mess with people if you try to travel or I try to travel, and like, yeah, man, it doesn't, it's generic right now, but basically the premise of the joke was like, you missed a bass, a chord or something like that, or no, but everything is just better than the CD or the 8 tracks or tape. And then he went to another thing. I don't know if it's true or not on Block TV, but like, people just instigated a fight. It had something to do with a guy that, was a drug rehabilitation counselor, Jim Morrison. I remember being there first time. And I'm pretty sure it's the first time I saw him in Elizabeth for a drug rehab. And, I was like, I was being nice, but like, Jim Morrison, that's your name. And like, he got angry. And then I found he was a sex addict, at least to my knowledge. He had addictions to sex. It wasn't about that. It's one of the reasons why I don't get in conversations with people. Because I remember Corey and Write It Back and that YouTube chick, Renegade Faith, with I'm more famous than you. And, I see her on Vaughn Live and that whole crew, all these people ever did, as soon as I started talking about Jim Morrison, they just try and instigate like a fight, like anger inside me. And that's what an internet troll is. But there's trolls in real life. But tell you the truth, when you do that in real life, there's a lot of aggression in person. But on the internet, people just love to just get somebody angry, And I realized that people do it to me through ways that I can't even see them in an internet chat room. But you know what the crazy part is? I mean, I could go on and on and on. It's just that I can't even have a conversation or a memory right now, even that's positive. And I make new memories. And, people will eventually try to infiltrate that. And it's just like, I'm not a sad person. You're a sad person. You're the saddest thing around. Because all you could do around is just try to get people angry. And the moment you hear a joke, oh yeah, no, screw you. You don't like me. You just try to get me angry. You must hate me for some reason. What do you think? Like, we're gonna be friends now? We're cool. And that goes to that phrase, a dick riding. Because traditionally, the people that dick ride me, was that hated, disliked me for a reason. I gave them respect. Then they started hating me, and they started copying me. They steal my rhymes, lyrics, my thoughts, and not my thought. Yeah, my thoughts, my walking patterns. They try to make me. Like, don't do that. You hate me. It's like I can't even understand that. And I'm not talking about Corey over there. Write It Back. I don't know if they ever did that. I didn't get that far. But it's a lot of other people that just like you. You hate me to this point that you almost try to be like me, emulate me, but you will copy me, and then you just like hate me even more. I never understood that. That's some different kind of homo. It's not even. I don't even think it's homosexual. I can understand that. I could go on and on. But you know what it is? It's like I lost my train of thought. Because it's just too much. It's really too much of you. I try to have fun on Block TV, I mean, here we go. I think about Jim Morrison, I wanted to make the argument, and forget that counselor guy, because I think I saw him and he's not doing so well, but it's not about him. It's about would Jim Morrison and the Doors be that, great legends if, Jim Morrison didn't, overdose on heroin, supposedly what they said. And maybe they would have. I'm not a big Doors fan, I'm not. I saw the movie, and that's how I think that's probably when I started listening to them. I'm not a big fan of all their music. I'm not. I can't say that. I'm not the biggest critique on music, but it's very, very subtle for me. But I did like, Light My Fire. I love that. It's a great song. I mean, let's just say if he just had that one song, he didn't die, I would still fucking love it the same way. I don't love it because Jim Morrison passed away. It's sad what happened to him. He used to do a lot of drugs. He used to party, to my understanding. And it's like, it's not just about rock and roll. You making music. People do a lot of drugs. And right now, what's going on? It's pharmaceutical company. It's pharmaceutical company, but all this is opioids and stuff. People were doing that back then too. And the crazy part is, this guy said, Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix wasn't that great. And Jimi Hendrix was a guy, already did a lot of crazy stuff. He was on acid. He did drugs too, right? Like, we intake a lot of drugs. Yeah, we do. Oh yeah, by the way, on Outlook.tv, I'm known as a meth head, a meth addict, and someone that suffers from drinking too much alcohol, his brain is hurt, and a crackhead that smokes crack. But not as defamation or slander or anything, which it is. It is sarcasm. See, teaching you something else. There's that logic. Anyway, where I'm going with this. Um, could people in the '60s actually lip sync and like record music and it sound just as good on CD, and they would pretend they're singing live? Because right now there's probably people that I met somebody in Norway. He didn't have a full mic, but he sounded really good. I don't think he's a full blown artist, but I enjoyed him, and like me and two other guys listened to him, or at least me. You know, that was a good performance. I enjoyed that, and it was Van Morrison's song Brown Eyed Girl. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool. I would probably go to a cover band and stuff, and like maybe they'll be that good. I could go to Breaking Benjamin concert. Presumably they'll let me in, right? I don't care for that. I wouldn't want to either. You know, that was actually more fun I had that at the Breaking Benjamin and Disturbed concert. It really is true. Even though I heard him play So Cold, which I loved it too, and I recorded it. Maybe the company I was with or the company I was seeing. I don't trust that. You too, homie. You know, it's like um, I much rather be not in a very warm environment with less people. Just enjoy the song I like and enjoy it. Have a smile on my face and listen to it. And that guy was close to me. He didn't need a microphone. I was like not even 2 feet away from him. You know, I have to pay money for it. It just so happened to play music, and I went there. It's in Raleigh, New Jersey. They used to do that in the summer. I don't know if they do it anymore. It was pretty cool. But they weren't putting on a show. They were just sitting down. And they put a block away. They actually had like a little stand. They play music too. Which I want to get to the other part. A video's been circulating years ago. Got a lot of hits. Another guy that he plays. I don't. I think it's a violin. And he was playing in a subway in New York. Only like two or three or some people actually showed up and they listened to him. And then he makes like a crazy amount of money playing for a theater, a whole audience. Yeah, you know what the crazy part is? I saw a guy in the subway system doing some crazy acrobatics. Right? I gave him $20. I didn't know he said 100. I don't know what he said. I wanted to give a lot of money, but you know what the crazy part was? He was doing all this stuff, crazy stuff, and people just looked like they were dead, like dead inside. And then the crazy part. This is the crazy part. I saw a poster for a circus, and it looked very, very professional. Just wow. And I bet you like two or three of those people were like, oh yeah, I want to go to that. Oh, like $80, $120 for a ticket. And there's this guy doing that, like incredibly to music with his hat. It was just, I was like, this is insane. And none of those people pay attention to that. But you would pay a lot of money because that's the status quo. Because that's what it's art. That's not art. Do you know what he thinks he was doing? I'm not even close to capable of holding myself like this, rolling around, playing with the hat, enjoying myself with a smile. And he got a couple dollars, but that young guy right there. I'm not saying if he would have did ballet or something like that. That was so entertaining. Brought a smile to my face, and I was like thinking about it. The saddest part was how majority of these people were just like, it was just like it's not that it's fake, but it's like you're gonna respect art and beauty, but you don't only if it's on a CD. and you don't respect art only if it's like, well, he's, that's that guy, that's the rap. I mean, that's the video, right? I remember this guy, Cormega, and you know what? I actually texted him on Instagram. I was drunk. He said, "Sorry for your loss, this and that." I don't know if it's true or not, but he's actually the person that responded to me. He didn't have to. I remember other people that just freaking hated this guy. I didn't know what it's about. I didn't understand it. But you know what? I listen. The same people listen to CNN, Capone Noriega. This was the greatest thing, and neither of them could understand what binoculars, that word binoculars was. Or maybe I told them, or the other guy from Jersey City told them, and they understood it. It's like, not even that. They didn't even understand what the phrase, now it's Jake's trying to lock in us. I didn't know. I never heard Jake. What was Jake? Try to lock, binoculars. I was going to play that yesterday with a video. Binoculars, cops is watching us. Over the top, now Jake try to hit the strip, now Jake try to lock in us. Yeah, I'm a little slow on the lyrics. Hit the strip, now Jake try to lock in us. I mean, I'm not gonna explain that to you. I'm not. You know what? And then it was like thinking like Jake. I started looking at some cops. I was like, he looks like his name is Jake. I mean, it was just fucking hilarious. I love them that they said that. And I'm a white person. If I was Jake, I'd be like, oh, well, let's see it. No, I'm kidding. But it was like, I don't have to look it up. It was just like, Jake tried to lock him up. Like, you're going to go to jail. I'm not getting into that. But the same people that absolutely love this group, and it's like, that they don't understand it. But do you really love that for what they do, where they can't understand what they say? And you hate this guy, Cormega and stuff, but you can't understand what he says either? Or is it some drama and beef? Because I wonder if they understood what Jay-Z says, Like, or is it a personal thing? Or is he trying to be cool and hip because everybody's listening to it? You know? The whole CNN Capone Noriega, Iraq see the world see Iraq. They were big on Iraq, like 1993 war. It was the Saddam Hussein Kuwait war, and U.S. intervened with that. But as metaphorically speaking, there is a war in this country. There's a war all over the world. But yeah, this place was taken over, and by people that her people. But in context of that time, like Iraq was getting, it was before 9/11. They were talking about that. You know, Iraq. If you look at the history of Iraq, they had universities. They not just Iraq, that region. Uh, their environment got destroyed. And Afghanistan too. This whole history of Afghanistan. They mention Iraq. But it's like how many people like live in the United States and they put projects behind their pictures. That's a form of terrorism. That's a form of terrorism aggression on a people. It's not imprisonment, but it's an open imprisonment. It's disgusting what those projects are, and they still exist. And this in New Jersey, they got demolished. They put nice little homes. Yeah, and it shouldn't be like that. That's a form of terror. That's domestic terror. Yeah, I'm not gonna say like, I can't wait for the next school shooting. I did say that out of anger. You know why? Because there's people that in Capitol Hill, they don't care about that. They really don't. They don't. And don't tell me, well, we don't know how to fix it. Screw you. Stop that. Stop it. Stop lying. Tell the truth, homie. Tell the truth. It was you. Tell the truth. It was all of you. Yeah. Black or white, you put people in a high rise with elevators, and it creates a form of danger, right? You still have that in 2022. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to hear this. When is the right time to have a national conversation? Screw you, people. Okay, and the fact that you even said that, I get it. You don't really care. Majority of you care. Some of you don't. I'm not gonna get into that. How I don't like that phrase. I don't care for that. I care about? There was domestic terrorism in this land for centuries, and it still exists. Besides some little kids shooting people with an assault rifle, you know. And I don't know if Capone Noriega really meant to take it that way, to that depth, but it's really true. Yeah, the United States did terrorize to a degree Iraq, especially after 9/11 and Afghanistan. It is. It really is. I mean, it's right in the open, right? Yeah. See, the people that just can't understand a metaphor, simple logic, and good or bad, that you might do something because that's the way you live, that's the way you make money, and that's another thing. The fact that you can understand that and you have compassion for that, I have no respect for you, and you're not a relative, and you're not. But your hatred isn't relative to me either, or maybe it is, because I don't condone it. By the way, yes, I do have uh, receding hairline. By the way, shout out to phone people that only said that because I said it. This is the bald spot I was talking about. I gotta point it out. It's not a alopecia, so you can make fun of me and I won't smack you for it. I'm not like you people. Yeah. I wonder if Will Smith, by the way, gave this Fresh Prince Bel Air performance, right? Without people knowing it's him, would people even care? Then if you watch that Cristiano Ronaldo video, it got a lot of views. He's not that great. He's really not on a 1-1 skin level. He's a great header. He's a great finisher. I give him that. He really is. But he wasn't that great. But even if he was that great, and it doesn't prove my point. Because he did actually go and try and play. And he was okay. There was one little kid that came out and play. And then I think somebody said, oh, that's Cristiano Ronaldo. And everybody just ran. Yeah. Michael Jordan too, probably, right? A lot of you people probably wouldn't care. There was one video, and I think it was Messi. He was dressed up as I don't know who it was, but it was just shocking. It was a grandfather, and you know what? I enjoyed that indoor football game. I don't care who the soccer player was. There's probably kids or adults doing the same. They're having fun. I enjoyed that. Then your little league club game with your seeds and my team's better than you. Oh, that's my rival. Why'd you say his team's name? Like I've been told. Like get off me. You don't care. You don't care. You're just trying to get aggression. You conform to this level of like this is this is that. You're too tribal for that. I enjoy life. I will not be conformed to one football soccer team on your little musical clique that everybody listens to. And I'm not gonna put certain artists' names out that I don't like because I do like them. But if you don't play that well, you're just not one of us. You're not cool. Because the majority of people don't even understand what they're talking about. Yeah, with your little red party cups. Yeah, I mean, give me a break. What are you people really trying to do with yourselves? Because I know people got money, all of you, and you're living your life. But you have an understanding and wisdom, intelligence. Can you tell me bandwidth type? Not just bandwidth type. Chords, not chords. How you create something. How you develop something. How you write. How you make it sound. What does that metaphor mean? How you break up words. As far as rap goes. As far as rap goes, I'm only concerned with the people that not just make flows, but speak in a ways that I suppose I like. Like, I'm not on stage and, I don't got the best selling CD and I don't. Donkey of the day, homie. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand what a donkey or ass of the day. It's ass. You're an ass. I know some people really like got angry that I told people, like, grow up. Just suppress your information. Just make your money. Go away. Seriously. I'm not even that angry or hateful. It's just that the majority of people just don't have no concept of simple things. Donkey, I wasn't born here. I probably learned that in third grade. What that really meant. It is an insult. And Polish is Osho. It's like, you're a little slow. I mean, it's simple, right? And then you want to see, far and away. Forget a horse, lad. Get yourself a donkey. I mean, right there, majority of people so like, really? How much they cost? I bet you would. And you want to come at me with hatred and ignorance? You want to spit in my face? You want to laugh at me? You really think like I'm insulted by that? I'm insulted by your insecurity and your lack of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I don't have time for you. You're too small for me. You're too petty, anyways. don't matter in any ways. You think they do.